On March 21st, 2025, something huge happened in the world of military power. Former President Donald Trump stood confidently in the Oval Office, facing a room full of reporters. Cameras flashed, the world watched. Then came the big news. Boeing had officially been chosen to design and build a new kind of fighter jet for the United States. Not just any jet, this would be the most powerful, most advanced, and most dangerous aircraft America has ever made. Its name, the F-47. This wasn't just about a new plane. It was about keeping America ahead of every other country in the skies. Trump announced that the F-47 would be part of a special program called NGAD, short for Next Generation Air Dominance. That might sound complicated, but the goal is simple. Make sure America always has the strongest, smartest Air Force, no matter what. Especially with countries like China and Russia quickly building advanced jets of their own, America wants to make sure it never falls behind. The project isn't small. The first contract is already worth over $20 billion. And that's just the beginning. Over time, the total cost could reach hundreds of billions. That might sound like a lot of money, and it is. But the government believes it's a price worth paying to stay on top. This isn't just spending. It's investing in the future of national defense. It also means thousands of new jobs and high-tech work in American factories. Trump didn't just say this would be a powerful aircraft. He said it would be the most powerful ever created, something no other country could compete with. This wasn't just a military update, it was a message to the world. The United States is still the leader in air power, and it's building something that will change the rules of future wars. The F-47 is more than just a jet. It's a statement. Bold, futuristic, and deeply strategic. The F-47 isn't just another fighter jet, it's a game-changer in modern aerial warfare. Imagine combining cutting-edge technology, advanced combat capabilities, and a futuristic design all in one aircraft. That's the F-47. It's not just about speed or firepower, it's about completely redefining how air combat works. The United States needed something revolutionary because the global air combat landscape is evolving fast. In recent years, countries like China and Russia have developed their own advanced fighter jets. China has its J-20 and J-31, sleek, stealthy, and designed to compete directly with American fighters. Russia has the Su-57, an aircraft built to dominate the skies with agility and powerful weapon systems. These jets are not just concept, they're real, and they pose a genuine challenge to American air superiority. That's why the F-47 was born, not just as a response, but as a leap forward. The idea isn't just to match these rivals, but to surpass them significantly. The F-47 is being developed under the NGAD program, Next Generation Air Dominance, which started back in 2018. The goal was clear from the beginning: create a fighter jet that can maintain dominance in the skies, even against the toughest adversaries. What makes the F-47 truly special is how it combines multiple advanced technologies into one platform. It's not just a fast, stealthy aircraft. It's essentially an airborne command center. This jet will have the most advanced stealth capabilities ever seen. Unlike older jets that can still be detected by low-frequency radar systems, the F-47 is designed to minimize its radar cross-section to an unprecedented level. This means it can move through heavily defended airspace without being spotted, giving it a massive tactical advantage. But stealth is just the beginning. The F-47 is equipped with next-level sensors and mission systems that put it way ahead of anything that's come before. One of the standout features is its enormous active electronically scanned array, AESA radar. Traditional radars have fixed antennae that move to scan the sky. In contrast, AESA radar uses hundreds of tiny radar elements that can focus on multiple targets simultaneously without moving physically. This makes it faster, more accurate, and incredibly difficult to jam. The F-47's nose is unusually wide for a fighter jet, and that's not just a design choice. It's a strategic decision. The wider nose allows for a massive radar aperture, giving it a detection range that's far superior to any previous fighter. This means it can spot threats from much farther away and gather detailed information about enemy aircraft before they even know it's there. Another breakthrough is how the F-47 integrates unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, into its combat operations. Unlike older fighter jets, which act independently, the F-47 can function as the leader of a drone squadron. These UAVs, sometimes called loyal wingmen, will fly alongside the F-47, carrying additional sensors and weapons. The pilot doesn't have to control these drones manually. Instead, the F-47's onboard AI will manage them, coordinating attacks, surveillance, and defense as a unified system. Imagine a jet that doesn't just fight alone, but leads a small air army. That's the power of the F-47. But it's not just about technology, it's about strategy. In modern warfare, being able to adapt and respond quickly is crucial. The F-47's design allows it to operate in various roles. It can engage in dogfights, act as a stealth bomber, coordinate drone swarms, or even function as an airborne radar station. This versatility makes it invaluable in modern conflict zones, where threats can come from anywhere at any time. The F-47 also prioritizes pilot safety and mission efficiency. Unlike older jets where the pilot had to manually navigate and manage every system, the F-47 uses artificial intelligence to take over routine flying tasks. The pilot's role shifts from controlling the aircraft directly to managing missions and making tactical decisions. This frees up mental space for the pilot to think strategically, while the AI handles maneuvers, threat detection, and drone coordination. In essence, the F-47 is not just an aircraft, it's a combat ecosystem. It doesn't just dominate the skies, it transforms them into a battlefield where American pilots have a clear advantage. Whether dealing with enemy fighters, long-range missiles, or advanced radar systems, the F-47 has the tools to outsmart, outmaneuver, and outfight any threat. In the world of air combat, whoever controls the sky controls the conflict. The F-47 ensures that America remains in control, not just today, but for decades to come. It's more than just a new fighter jet. It's a statement of technological power and a clear signal to America's rivals. The sky still belongs to the United States. The story of the F-47 didn't start with Trump's announcement. In fact, the journey began deep behind closed doors, away from cameras, headlines, and public attention. For years, this aircraft was kept completely secret, flying in the shadows while the world focused on other jets like the F-22 and F-35. But even as those fighters ruled the skies, the U.S. military was already working on something far more advanced, something that would quietly change the future of warfare. Back in 2018, when the NGAD Next Generation Air Dominance Program officially launched, the U.S. Air Force and DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, began funding and testing experimental aircraft under top-secret programs. These were not full production jets, but highly advanced X-planes built purely to test radical ideas. These prototypes flew without the public ever knowing, gathering data, testing technology, and solving problems that would shape the final F-47 design. One of these mysterious aircraft actually flew before September 2020, confirmed quietly by the Air Force years later. That's right, while people were still talking about older jets, the future was already in the air. These early test flights helped engineers understand how to combine stealth, speed, AI systems, and drone coordination into one powerful jet. These flights were risky and experimental, but they laid the foundation for something the world had never seen before. Behind the scenes, a quiet but intense competition was happening between America's biggest defense companies. Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman were all secretly building their own versions of what they thought the next generation fighter should be. Every company wanted to win the contract. Billions of dollars were on the line. But more than that, this was about building the jet that would define American air power for the next 50 years. For a while, Lockheed Martin seemed like the obvious choice. After all, they built the F-22 Raptor and the F-35 Lightning II, two of the most famous fighter jets in the world. But Boeing had a different vision. They focused on building something even more futuristic, a larger, smarter, more flexible aircraft with cutting-edge automation and drone control systems. Boeing also worked closely with military leaders, shaping the design based on real battlefield needs, not just flashy features. Northrop Grumman, another major player, also joined the race early on, but by 2023 they quietly dropped out, unable to keep up with the speed and scale of development. That left Boeing and Lockheed Martin to battle for the contract, just like the legendary jet contest in the 1990s between the YF-22 and YF-23. In the end, history repeated itself in a different way. Boeing emerged as the unexpected winner, proving that their secret prototype had what it took to lead America's next air dominance era. What's even more impressive is how long and carefully this was planned. While the public saw nothing, these companies were pouring in resources, scientists, engineers, and billions of dollars to bring this vision to life. They didn't just build models on paper. They flew full-scale test planes, collected flight data, and refined their designs again and again. Many of the breakthrough technologies in the F-47, like its adaptive engine, AI-assisted systems, and UAV control features, were tested in these earlier versions. It wasn't just about building something fast or stealthy. It was about building something smart, a jet that could think, adapt, and command a battle network in real time. Without those secret years of trial and error, the F-47 would never have been possible. So when Trump finally revealed the F-47 in 2025, what looked like a sudden announcement was really the end of a hidden decade-long journey. The jet was not a concept anymore. It had been flying, testing, and evolving in secret, quietly preparing to step into the spotlight as America's next big weapon in the sky. This is why the F-47 feels so advanced, because in reality, it's already years ahead of public knowledge. While the world was talking about fifth-generation fighters, the US was already working on the sixth, fine-tuning it in silence, preparing it for a new kind of warfare. The secret was never about hiding the aircraft. It was about perfecting it before the world could even imagine what was coming. The journey of the F-47 wasn't a smooth, straightforward path. It faced political challenges, budget debates, and even a temporary halt. Despite being one of the most advanced military projects of the 21st century, the F-47's development almost came to a complete standstill, caught in a whirlwind of shifting political priorities. The story begins after the initial secret testing and development phase. While the F-47 was being built and tested in the shadows, a significant political change took place in the United States. In 2021, under the Biden administration, military priorities began to shift. The administration focused more on modernizing existing fleets rather than investing in entirely new aircraft. The F-47, being an ambitious and costly project, naturally came under scrutiny. By December 2024, concerns about the F-47 project grew louder. The program, originally designed to ensure air superiority for decades to come, was questioned for its relevance. Some military analysts and politicians argued that the world had changed since the project began in 2018. The growing threat from hypersonic missiles and the rapid development of long-range precision weapons made some experts rethink the utility of a large manned fighter jet. Would the F-47 really be worth the enormous cost? At the same time, geopolitical threats were evolving. China was increasing its military presence in the Western Pacific, focusing on advanced missile systems capable of targeting American air bases. This raised a critical issue. How useful would the F-47 be if American bases themselves were under constant threat? Some strategists proposed a radical idea. Instead of investing in a large, expensive fighter, why not build a smaller, more agile jet that could be paired with stealthy refueling aircraft? This concept, known as the Next Generation Air Refueling System, NGAS, aimed to keep aircraft operational far from vulnerable bases. The debate reached a peak in late 2024 when former Secretary of the Air Force, Frank Kendall, publicly expressed his concerns. He warned that the original requirements of the F-47 might no longer be relevant given the changing landscape of modern warfare. Should the United States continue to build a fighter jet that might not be suitable for the evolving threats in the Indo-Pacific region? Would it be better to invest in autonomous systems, cyber defenses, or hypersonic interceptors instead? These questions were serious enough to temporarily pause the F-47 program. Budget meetings became heated, and the defense community was divided. Some saw the F-47 as an outdated concept before it even entered production. Others believed that air dominance could not be compromised, no matter the cost. For a moment, it seemed like the project might be permanently shelved. Boeing, the primary contractor, felt the pressure mounting. Losing the F-47 contract after years of secret development would have been devastating, not only for Boeing, but also for the U.S. Air Force, which had invested billions into the research phase. Military aviation experts worried that halting the program could set back America's air superiority for decades, giving China and Russia time to catch up. But then, in 2025, the political landscape changed once again. Donald Trump, now back in a position of influence, reignited the project with renewed enthusiasm. Trump had always been a staunch supporter of military strength and saw the F-47 as a critical symbol of American power. His administration made it clear that pausing the program had been a mistake. Under Trump's leadership, the Air Force took a fresh look at the F-47's strategic potential. Instead of abandoning the larger, more advanced design, the administration decided to double down on it. The reasoning was straightforward. Scaling down the jet to a smaller size would compromise its ability to command UAVs, operate as a stealthy battlefield leader, and maintain the range needed for deep strike missions. The decision to keep the original, full-size F-47 design was a statement of commitment to air dominance. Trump declared that America would not shrink back from challenges, but would face them head-on with superior technology. This decision revitalized the program and gave Boeing the green light to move forward with full-scale production planning. Moreover, the comeback wasn't just about political will, it was about recognizing the reality of modern combat. In the end, the Pentagon acknowledged that while hypersonic weapons were indeed a growing threat, the ability to project air power deep into enemy territory was still essential. The F-47, with its advanced AI systems, drone integration, and adaptive engine, was designed to meet those exact needs. The renewed focus on the F-47 also sent a clear message internationally. Allies and rivals alike took note that the United States was not only continuing, but accelerating its investment in next-generation air superiority. Countries that had doubted America's resolve to maintain military leadership suddenly saw that the F-47 was very much alive and about to take flight. For Boeing, this political comeback was a lifeline. The company immediately ramped up development efforts, bringing in more engineers and specialists to finalize the design. Production plans were drawn up, and the first prototype construction began. Lockheed Martin, once a fierce competitor in this program, was now forced to watch from the sidelines as Boeing moved forward. The F-47's revival under Trump wasn't just a technical victory, it was a symbolic one. It proved that despite political changes and strategic debates, the core vision of maintaining American air dominance remained unshaken. The project went from being on the brink of cancellation to becoming a top priority, reflecting a broader commitment to staying ahead in military innovation. In essence, the F-47 didn't just survive political turbulence, it emerged stronger, with more backing and a clearer sense of purpose. It demonstrated that the drive to dominate the skies wasn't just about one administration or one policy, it was about securing America's future in an increasingly unpredictable world. The jet itself became a metaphor for resilience, evolving through challenges to become the spearhead of a new era in air combat. The F-47 is not just another fighter jet, it's a revolutionary war machine that combines cutting-edge technology, smart systems, and next-level combat capabilities. What makes the F-47 truly special is how it blends multiple advanced technologies into one highly adaptable platform. It's not just about being fast or stealthy, it's about being smarter, more efficient, and far more lethal than anything that came before it. One of the most striking aspects of the F-47 is its stealth capability. In modern air combat, being undetectable to enemy radar is crucial. The F-47 has taken stealth to a whole new level. Unlike previous fighters that use angled surfaces and radar-absorbing coatings, the F-47's design eliminates traditional vertical stabilizers, which are often the main cause of radar detection. This radical design change significantly reduces the aircraft's radar cross-section, making it almost invisible to enemy systems. Stealth in the F-47 is not just about shape, it's also about materials. The aircraft uses advanced radar-absorbing materials, RAM, that can dissipate radar waves rather than reflecting them back. These materials are incorporated into the entire surface of the jet, including its wide nose, which some might think would increase radar visibility. However, engineers have cleverly balanced the need for a wide nose, essential for housing powerful sensors, with the most sophisticated RAM coatings ever developed. But stealth alone is not enough in modern combat. The F-47 is also a sensor powerhouse. One of its most groundbreaking features is its active electronically scanned array, AESA radar. Unlike traditional radars that move mechanically to scan the sky, the AESA radar in the F-47 uses thousands of small transmitters and receivers that can simultaneously detect, track, and engage multiple targets. This allows the F-47 to keep a continuous eye on the battlefield without revealing its position. The F-47's radar is made from gallium nitride GaN semiconductor materials, which offer better performance and higher efficiency than older gallium arsenide GaAs radars. GaN radars are more resistant to electronic warfare, making it much harder for enemies to jam or interfere with its signals. This means the F-47 can maintain situational awareness even in the most electronically contested environments. One of the most innovative aspects of the F-47's sensory system is its multispectral targeting capability. This means it doesn't just rely on radar, it also uses infrared, IR, ultraviolet, UV, and even passive electronic surveillance to detect enemy movements. This multispectral approach allows the jet to identify and track targets that might otherwise go unnoticed by conventional radar alone. The jet's AI-driven mission system is another game-changer. Unlike traditional fighters, where the pilot has to manually operate radar, weapons, and communication systems, the F-47's onboard AI does most of the work. The pilot's role is transformed from an operator to a mission manager. The AI constantly processes data, makes real-time decisions, and offers tactical suggestions to the pilot. This significantly reduces the pilot's workload, allowing for better decision-making under pressure. Moreover, the F-47's data fusion system integrates information from satellites, ground units, and other aircraft, creating a comprehensive picture of the battlefield. This real-time data sharing enables the F-47 to coordinate with other military assets seamlessly, making it not just a lone warrior, but a central command hub in the sky. One of the most revolutionary aspects of the F-47 is its ability to control unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs. Think of the F-47 as the quarterback of an airborne team, directing a group of loyal wingman drones. These drones can fly ahead to scout for threats, launch precision strikes, or even draw enemy fire away from the manned jet. The F-47 can control these UAVs through secure data links, allowing it to coordinate complex aerial maneuvers without putting a human pilot at risk. The F-47's adaptive engine technology is another feature that sets it apart. Unlike traditional jet engines that are either optimized for speed or fuel efficiency, the F-47's engine can switch modes on the fly. Developed under the Next Generation Adaptive Propulsion Program, this engine uses a third airflow stream that allows it to change between high-thrust mode and fuel-efficient mode. This means the jet can cruise long distances without wasting fuel and then suddenly burst into supersonic speeds when needed. The engine also integrates a thermal management system, which keeps the jet cool even during high-speed, high-energy maneuvers. This is crucial because modern fighters generate enormous amounts of heat, which can give away their position to infrared sensors. The F-47 system disperses this heat efficiently, maintaining stealth even when pushing the aircraft to its limits. Speed is another area where the F-47 excels. Capable of exceeding Mach 2, over 1,500 miles per hour, it can reach contested areas faster than any fifth-generation fighter. This speed is essential for intercepting enemy aircraft, escaping danger, or repositioning quickly during dynamic combat scenarios. The F-47's agility doesn't sacrifice stealth. Its aerodynamic profile is carefully designed to minimize drag while maximizing maneuverability. Weapons-wise, the F-47 is equipped with a modular weapons bay. This allows it to carry a mix of air-to-air missiles, precision-guided bombs, and even directed energy weapons in the future. The modular design means that the F-47 can be quickly reconfigured for different missions without major overhauls, whether it's air superiority, ground attack, or reconnaissance. To further enhance its capabilities, the F-47 is integrated with a combat cloud network. This system allows it to share data with other jets, ground forces, and naval units in real time. If one F-47 detects a threat, every allied unit in the network is instantly updated. This level of connectivity turns individual jets into parts of a collective intelligence system, making coordinated strikes and strategic maneuvers much more effective. The F-47 also has a self-repairing system. Using advanced damage control algorithms, the jet can automatically reroute systems if part of it gets damaged during combat. For example, if one sensor or antenna is hit, the system quickly adjusts, using other available components to maintain functionality. This means the jet can continue fighting even after sustaining damage, rather than being forced to retreat. The jet's cockpit is another marvel, designed with a pilot-centric interface. Instead of the traditional cluttered dashboard, it features a 360-degree holographic display, presenting mission data, threat analysis, and flight information in an intuitive format. The voice-controlled AI assistant can quickly pull up maps, calculate targeting solutions, or manage drone operations, allowing the pilot to stay focused on the mission. One of the most futuristic aspects is the electromagnetic weapon system currently under development. The idea is to use energy pulses to disable enemy electronics without needing conventional explosives. While still experimental, this technology could make the F-47 capable of conducting non-lethal strikes, temporarily disabling enemy defenses without causing physical destruction. The F-47 is not just a fighter jet, it's a flying supercomputer, an aerial command center, and a combat strategist all in one. Its combination of stealth, speed, AI, and drone coordination makes it uniquely suited to face the threats of the future. It doesn't just dominate the skies, it reshapes them, creating a new standard for aerial warfare where technology, strategy, and power come together in one unstoppable force. One of the most impressive and crucial aspects of the F-47 is its engine, a technological marvel that defines what it means to be a sixth-generation fighter jet. While stealth, advanced sensors, and AI systems are essential, none of it would matter without a powerhouse engine that delivers the speed and performance needed for modern combat. The F-47's engine does far more than just propel the aircraft. It's a game-changer in both efficiency and combat capability. The F-47 utilizes an adaptive engine designed as part of the next-generation adaptive propulsion program. Unlike traditional jet engines that have fixed performance characteristics, the adaptive engine can change how it operates based on the situation. This means that it doesn't just rely on raw power, it adapts in real time, optimizing for either speed or fuel efficiency as needed. The core innovation lies in the third airflow stream, a revolutionary concept in jet propulsion. In conventional engines, there are two main streams, one that goes through the core, where combustion occurs, and one that bypasses it, providing additional thrust and cooling. The F-47's engine, however, introduces a third bypass stream, which acts as an adaptive flow that can be directed either into the engine core for more power or bypassed entirely for efficiency. This capability allows the engine to switch modes seamlessly. During long-range missions or routine patrols, it operates in a fuel-efficient mode, conserving energy and reducing the need for mid-air refueling. However, when the situation changes, such as during combat or rapid maneuvers, the engine instantly shifts to high-thrust mode, providing the raw power needed to exceed Mach 2. This flexibility is essential in modern aerial warfare, where jets may need to switch from cruising to dogfighting in seconds. One of the key advantages of this adaptive technology is that it significantly increases the jet's range without sacrificing speed. Traditional fighter jets often have to choose between being fast or being fuel efficient. The F-47, on the other hand, can do both, allowing it to travel vast distances without compromising its ability to respond rapidly to threats. This is crucial when considering potential combat scenarios over the vast expanses of the Indo-Pacific region, where operational reach is as important as tactical speed. This adaptability also plays a critical role in mission survivability. When the F-47 needs to make a quick escape or intercept a high-speed target, it can rapidly boost its output. The engine is capable of generating thrust levels comparable to the legendary F-22 Raptor, but with much greater efficiency. In combat, this means the F-47 can hit hard, move fast, and stay longer in contested airspace without constantly worrying about fuel. Another groundbreaking feature is the integrated cooling system. Fighter jets generate a tremendous amount of heat, particularly during high-speed engagements or when using advanced electronics. Excessive heat not only risks damaging internal components, but also makes the aircraft more visible to enemy infrared sensors. The F-47's engine is designed to manage this problem proactively. The adaptive engine has a built-in thermal management system that distributes and dissipates heat efficiently. Using heat exchangers and advanced composite materials, the system ensures that critical electronics remain at optimal temperatures even when the aircraft is operating at maximum speed. This thermal control also helps maintain stealth by minimizing the jet's infrared signature, which is crucial for evading heat-seeking missiles. One of the most revolutionary aspects of the F-47's engine is its ability to generate electrical power. Unlike older jets, where the engine's primary purpose was propulsion, the F-47's adaptive engine also serves as an onboard power plant. This is essential because the jet needs to power an array of high-energy systems, including its AESA radar, mission computers, and potentially even directed energy weapons in the future. The engine can generate enough electrical power to support these advanced systems without relying on auxiliary generators. This not only reduces weight but also increases reliability. Additionally, the surplus energy generated during low-thrust operations can be stored in onboard capacitors, providing an instant power boost when the aircraft needs to activate high-demand systems such as electronic warfare suites or energy weapons. Speed and agility are essential in combat, and the F-47 excels at both. Capable of reaching speeds in excess of Mach 2, more than 1,500 miles per hour, it can match or exceed the capabilities of current fifth-generation fighters. While the F-35 is limited to around Mach 1.6 and the F-22 can reach up to Mach 2.25, the F-47's speed makes it one of the fastest jets in the world. This velocity not only enables it to outrun enemy aircraft, but also allows it to intercept targets at far distances, securing airspace dominance. The F-47's agility is not just about straight-line speed, it also excels in maneuverability. The engine's thrust vectoring capabilities allow the jet to perform sharp turns and rapid direction changes without losing stability. This is vital during dogfights, where being able to outmaneuver an opponent can mean the difference between life and death. The adaptive engine's precise control over thrust output ensures that even during aggressive maneuvers, the aircraft remains stable and responsive. Maintenance is another area where the F-47's engine sets a new standard. Traditional jet engines are notorious for being maintenance-intensive, requiring hours of work for every flight hour. The F-47's adaptive engine, however, uses predictive maintenance algorithms that monitor the engine's health in real time. Sensors embedded throughout the system detect any potential issues before they become critical, reducing downtime and keeping the jet ready for action. The F-47 also features a modular engine design, which means that individual components can be replaced without removing the entire engine from the aircraft. This modularity not only speeds up repairs, but also reduces overall maintenance costs. The engine can also be reconfigured for different mission profiles, such as long-range patrols or high-speed interceptions, simply by swapping out specific modules. The sound signature of the F-47 has also been reduced thanks to innovative exhaust nozzle designs. The adaptive exhaust system reduces noise levels by optimizing how the exhaust gases are expelled, making the jet harder to detect acoustically. This complements its radar and thermal stealth capabilities, making the F-47 a truly multi-dimensional stealth platform. The F-47's engine is not just a technical marvel, but a strategic asset. It ensures that the aircraft can dominate the skies with superior speed, efficiency, and endurance. In combat, where milliseconds count, having an engine that can adapt on the fly means the difference between winning and losing an aerial engagement. In essence, the F-47's engine is not just about raw power, it's about versatility and reliability. Whether it's cruising at high altitudes on a long mission or rapidly accelerating to confront an enemy jet, the F-47 is equipped to adapt and thrive. This flexibility ensures that the F-47 can meet a wide range of combat scenarios, from high-speed interceptions to long-range patrols. making it a truly formidable opponent. The sky is no longer just a battlefield. It's a domain where the F-47 reigns supreme. The F-47 program is not just a technological triumph, it's a massive economic and strategic investment. Building the world's most advanced fighter jet doesn't come cheap, and the F-47's development and production costs reflect that reality. However, this isn't just about spending money, it's about maintaining America's dominance in the skies, creating jobs, and securing the nation's defense industry for decades to come. The initial contract awarded to Boeing for the F-47 is valued at over $20 billion. That figure covers the research, development, and production of the initial batch of aircraft. However, experts predict that the program's lifetime cost could soar into the hundreds of billions as production scales up and advanced versions are developed. This massive financial commitment is seen as essential for maintaining the U.S. Air Force's edge over rapidly advancing adversaries like China and Russia. Unlike previous fighter programs, where costs ballooned unexpectedly, the F-47's budgeting has been more calculated. Lessons from the F-35 program, which became the most expensive weapons project in history, shaped the approach to the F-47's financing. The Pentagon insisted on more realistic cost assessments and phased funding to prevent overspending. While critics argue that the upfront cost is high, proponents emphasize that the long-term benefits far outweigh the initial investment. The U.S. government sees the F-47 not just as a military asset, but as an economic engine. The production of this jet will support thousands of jobs across the country, particularly in key aerospace hubs like St. Louis, Missouri, where Boeing's manufacturing facilities are located. These jobs span a wide range of roles, from engineers and technicians to supply chain managers and logistics experts. The ripple effect of this project means that not just Boeing employees, but also hundreds of subcontractors and smaller businesses will benefit. Manufacturing the F-47 is not just about assembling aircraft. It's about building a new generation of aerospace expertise. The program requires cutting-edge skills in composite materials, AI integration, propulsion engineering, and avionics systems. To meet this demand, Boeing has partnered with educational institutions to develop specialized training programs, ensuring that the workforce is prepared to tackle the challenges of building and maintaining the F-47. Moreover, the F-47 project is seen as a stabilizing force for Boeing itself. The company has faced difficulties with other defense contracts, including issues with the KC-46 Pegasus tanker and the troubled Air Force One replacement program. Winning the F-47 contract marks a significant victory, restoring confidence among investors and stakeholders. Following the announcement, Boeing's stock surged by 5%, a clear indicator that the market sees this project as a critical turning point. In contrast, Lockheed Martin, Boeing's main competitor, saw its shares drop nearly 7% as news of the contract spread. This marked a significant shift in the defense industry's competitive landscape. Lockheed, long seen as the leader in advanced fighter jets with its F-22 and F-35 programs, now finds itself playing catch-up. Analysts speculate that Lockheed might focus on other military technologies like hypersonic missiles and space defense as a way to rebound from losing the F-47 contract. One of the reasons why the F-47's cost is seen as justified is its long-term production potential. The Air Force has made it clear that it plans to produce the F-47 in larger numbers than previous fifth-generation fighters. While only 180 F-22 Raptors were ever made, the F-47 is expected to be built in much higher quantities. This not only spreads the cost over a larger production run, but also makes it more likely that allies will be interested in purchasing export versions. Speaking of allies, international interest in the F-47 is already growing. Trump, during his announcement, hinted that several countries are eager to acquire the jet. However, there's a catch. The export version will have reduced capabilities, about 10% less powerful than the US variant. The reasoning behind this is both strategic and cautious. As Trump put it, you never know who your allies will be tomorrow. By selling a slightly downgraded version, the US ensures that even if a friendly nation becomes hostile in the future, it won't have the full strength of the F-47. This strategic move is part of a broader arms export policy that aims to balance strengthening alliances with protecting national security. Countries like Japan, Australia, and several NATO members have expressed interest in the F-47, seeing it as a vital upgrade to their current fleets. However, exporting such an advanced aircraft requires navigating complex regulations under the International Traffic in Arms Regulations, ITAR, and negotiating specific terms to ensure that sensitive technology doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Beyond direct sales, the F-47 also positions the U.S. as a leader in aerospace innovation. As rival nations observe the F-47's capabilities, they will likely seek to develop similar technologies, which could lead to a new era of global air combat competition. Maintaining a technological lead means that America not only stays ahead in defense, but also shapes how future air battles are fought worldwide. The economic impact extends beyond military applications. Developing the F-47 involves pushing the boundaries of material science, AI integration, and propulsion systems. These advancements could eventually trickle down to civilian aerospace industries, leading to innovations in commercial aviation and unmanned aerial systems. The dual-use potential of these technologies means that the investment could indirectly benefit the civil economy as well. Politically, the F-47 is more than just a jet. It's a symbol of American strength and innovation. By securing the contract, Boeing has reaffirmed its place as a critical player in the defense sector. This not only boosts national pride, but also demonstrates that the U.S. is not willing to cede any ground in the ongoing global arms race. Critics, however, caution against the escalating costs associated with maintaining such advanced aircraft. While the initial development is expensive, keeping the F-47 operational over decades will require ongoing software updates, maintenance of AI systems, and integration of emerging technologies. The Pentagon has taken these factors into account by implementing a lifecycle cost management plan. This plan aims to reduce maintenance downtime by incorporating predictive maintenance algorithms, which monitor the jet's health in real time and preemptively flag potential issues. The F-47 program is also about jobs and industrial capability. The project directly supports around 10,000 jobs within Boeing and thousands more through its supply chain. In areas where aerospace jobs are the backbone of local economies, the F-47 ensures stability and growth. Moreover, these aren't just jobs. They are high-skilled positions that require advanced training, fostering a new generation of aerospace engineers and technicians. In summary, the F-47 is not just a fighter jet, but an economic powerhouse that secures America's position both in the air and on the global stage. While the cost is undeniably high, the benefits go beyond just military superiority. It's about creating jobs, sustaining technological innovation, and maintaining a strategic edge in a world where air dominance remains a critical factor. The investment in the F-47 is, at its core, an investment in America's future power and security. The F-47 is more than just a new fighter jet. It's a bold statement about the future of military aviation and global power dynamics. The arrival of the F-47 marks the beginning of a new era, where air combat, strategic dominance, and technological supremacy converge. It represents not only a leap in technology, but also a fundamental shift in how the United States plans to maintain its air superiority for decades to come. In modern warfare, air dominance is the foundation of military success. Whoever controls the skies has a decisive advantage in any conflict. The F-47, as the most advanced sixth-generation fighter jet, ensures that the United States will not only keep that advantage but expand it. In an age where adversaries like China and Russia are rapidly modernizing their own air forces, the F-47 serves as a clear reminder that America is not willing to fall behind. The F-47's significance goes beyond its impressive specifications. It embodies the U.S. military's strategic vision to integrate cutting-edge technologies and maintain a versatile, flexible, and lethal air force. It's not just about speed or firepower. It's about integrating artificial intelligence, autonomous systems, and human decision-making in a way that no other country has achieved. This fusion of capabilities makes the F-47 far more than just a plane. It's an airborne command center, a combat network, and a symbol of futuristic warfare. The F-47 is designed to dominate airspace not just through brute force, but through smart warfare. One of the most critical aspects of modern combat is information superiority. The F-47's advanced sensor suite, including its massive AESA radar and multispectral detection systems, allows it to gather, process, and distribute vast amounts of data in real time. It doesn't just see the enemy, it understands the entire battle environment, including ground threats, electronic interference, and aerial adversaries. In practice, this means that the F-47 can act as a strategic coordinator, linking with other aircraft, ground forces, and naval assets. The jet's ability to manage drone swarms, commanding UAVs as a quarterback of the skies, is a revolutionary capability. Instead of one plane fighting alone, the F-47 fights as part of a networked team, directing drones to scout ahead, launch attacks, or even draw enemy fire, all while staying protected. This combat synergy is a glimpse into how future wars will be fought. It's no longer about just having the fastest or most heavily armed jet. It's about controlling a distributed combat network where manned and unmanned systems work together seamlessly. The F-47 leads this transformation, demonstrating that the future of air power is about coordination, autonomy, and multi-domain integration. One of the most profound changes introduced by the F-47 is the way it redefines the role of the pilot. In traditional fighter jets, the pilot is the central operator, manually controlling the aircraft, monitoring threats, and making critical decisions under pressure. The F-47 changes this dynamic entirely. Thanks to AI-driven mission systems, the pilot becomes less of a manual operator and more of a tactical decision-maker. The jet's AI handles routine tasks like flight stabilization, radar scanning, and threat prioritization. This frees the pilot to focus on strategy and mission objectives rather than getting bogged down by technical minutiae. In essence, the F-47 transforms the human operator into a mission commander, leveraging AI to make rapid decisions without sacrificing human judgment. This transition is crucial because modern air combat is increasingly complex. Pilots need to analyze vast streams of data, respond to electronic warfare, and coordinate with ground and air units simultaneously. The F-47's AI reduces cognitive overload, allowing the pilot to see the big picture and make smarter, faster choices. This new paradigm of human-machine collaboration is a key aspect of future military strategy. The F-47 also serves as a powerful political symbol. The announcement of its development sent a clear message to the world. The United States is not stepping back from its commitment to military innovation. In a time when global power dynamics are shifting, America's investment in the F-47 demonstrates its dedication to maintaining air superiority regardless of the challenges ahead. China and Russia are both heavily investing in next-generation fighters and autonomous systems. China's J-20 and Russia's Su-57 are seen as direct competitors to U.S. fifth-generation fighters. However, the F-47 leapfrogs both by incorporating not just stealth and speed, but integrated AI and drone coordination. The world has taken note that the U.S. is not just keeping pace, it's moving ahead, ensuring that its Air Force remains the most formidable on the planet. The F-47's influence extends beyond military strategy. It's also a significant economic force. By choosing Boeing to develop and manufacture the F-47, the U.S. government is not only fostering technological innovation, but also supporting thousands of American jobs. The ripple effects are massive, impacting local economies, boosting the aerospace industry, and reinforcing the country's defense manufacturing base. On a global scale, the F-47 also has the potential to strengthen alliances. Several NATO and Asia-Pacific allies have expressed interest in acquiring export versions of the aircraft. Selling slightly downgraded F-47s to trusted allies ensures that U.S. partners are also equipped with advanced air combat capabilities, creating a unified defense front against common threats. However, these sales are carefully controlled. The U.S. plans to export a version that is 10% less capable than the one used by its own forces. This precaution ensures that if an ally's relationship with the U.S. changes, the full potential of the F-47 remains exclusively American. This strategic approach to export policy reinforces the jet's role as a cornerstone of U.S. air power. The F-47 is not just about dominating the current air combat environment, it's designed with the future in mind. As the battlefield evolves with new threats like hypersonic missiles, electronic jamming, and autonomous drone swarms, The F-47's ability to adapt on the fly is crucial. Its modular systems mean that it can be upgraded over time without needing a complete redesign, ensuring it remains relevant for decades. This adaptability makes the F-47 not just a purchase, but an investment in the future. The jet's AI-driven combat algorithms can be updated as new data becomes available, allowing it to evolve in response to emerging threats. Unlike older jets that become obsolete within a decade, the F-47 is built to stay ahead of the curve. In the grand scheme of military history, the F-47 will be remembered not just as a technological marvel, but as a symbol of American innovation and resolve. It redefines what it means to be a fighter jet, blending manned capabilities with AI and autonomous support systems. More than just a machine, it's a strategic vision brought to life. As the F-47 takes to the skies, it carries with it the weight of national pride and global expectations. It's not just about fighting today's battles, but about preparing for the conflicts of tomorrow. With unmatched speed, stealth, intelligence, and coordination, the F-47 is poised to secure American air dominance well into the 21st century. In a world where global threats are constantly evolving, the F-47 proves that the U.S. is not just keeping up, it's setting the pace. The sky is no longer just a battleground. It's a domain where technology, strategy, and innovation converge. The F-47 doesn't just maintain air superiority, it redefines it.